Hello and welcome back to Asia Now, and in this video I'll tell you about 13 foreigners arrested in the Philippines for illegal mining, Manila airport named worst airport yet again, fake senator plate SUV tries to run over a lady officer after being stopped for using the bus lane, Thailand's viral baby hippo picks the next US president, and the usual nonsense going on around Thailand, plus much more. Let's jump straight into our main story. 13 Chinese nationals were arrested for illegal work at a mining site in islands of Eastern Samar by the Bureau of Immigration. The individuals were found to be at 2 different mining locations, with 11 holding working visas but violating their conditions by working for different companies. One had a retiree visa and another was overstaying. BIA Commissioner emphasized the importance of enforcing immigration laws to protect local communities and the environment. Concerns have been raised by local residents about the environmental effects of mining in the area, which is historically significant as the landing site of Ferdinand Magellan in the Philippines. Whoa! Well, I had no idea. It's one thing to be working illegally. It's another thing to be digging up holes in places people find maybe a little bit significant to their history. Next up, the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila, NAIA, was ranked as the worst airport globally in a recent study by Compare the Market, an Australian firm. Scoring just 0.24 out of 10, NAIA received low marks in efficiency, accessibility, service, and cleanliness compared to other major airports. In Southeast Asia, NAIA trailed behind top airports like Singapore's Changi and Thailand's Suvarnabhumi. Known for issues like flight delays, slow internet, and sanitation problems, NAIA was ranked as the 50th busiest airport by passenger volume. However, recent management changes under new NAIA infrastructure led by San Miguel aim to rehabilitate the airport with 170 billion peso investment to increase capacity and improve services. I really hope so. I have like this optimism about NAIA. I'm hoping one day I can go through there and feel proud of the airport. You know, if you travel through there, you cannot disagree with the findings of this firm's study. Nothing new really if you know anything about NAIA and have been following top lists of airports recently. Maybe you can share your experience regarding NAIA Airport. Do you agree, disagree? Which airports have impressed you or disappointed you in Asia? Anything you want to share regarding NAIA or any other airport, feel free to write it down in the comment section. Next up, a luxury SUV caught illegally using the bus lane in Manila is believed to be one of 24 white Cadillac Escalades in the Philippines. According to Senator Raffy Tolfo, the Land Transportation Office revealed that the SUV displayed a fake protocol plate marked with the number 7, typically reserved for senators, and nearly ran over a traffic enforcer. Authorities are now investigating to identify the vehicle's owner and driver. Senate President Francis Ecuadero condemned the incident, urging the LTO to take action. A show cause order will be issued requiring those involved to explain the traffic violation. I really hope so. Somebody trying to run somebody over is not a joke. I mean, I've actually seen it in the Philippines. I saw it in a video a while ago. Somebody just simply ran over the police officer or the traffic person. Yeah, just unbelievable. Next up, Manila is gearing up for a spectacular celebration of fitness, music, and community as the Essex Rock and Roll Running Series returns to the city for November 23rd and 4th at the iconic Rizal Park. I love Rizal Park. I went there a couple of times. It's really big and full of monuments and history there. So I guess if you're like a runner in Manila, maybe take a look into this. And then the Eco Waste Coalition has warned that some Christmas decorations may contain toxic substances that pose health risks. Tests on various decorations, including Christmas lights and all kinds of other stuff, found levels of harmful chemicals like cadmium, lead, bromine, and microplastics. For example, some Christmas lights lacked quality certification and contained lead levels exceeding safe limits, posing risks for neurotoxicity. The group urged consumers to choose safer, eco-friendly alternatives like decorations made from paper, bamboo, or plant-based materials, and to avoid items with loose batteries or glitter, which can harm aquatic life. You know, that's the thing. That's just kind of like a cycle that needs to be broken. There's cheap consumerism. Is that even a word? Basically, us mans buying cheap quality stuff because it's cheap. But then again, it does have a serious effect. Like this, obviously, it's going to affect not just the environment, but yourself, your body, and all that. Just like the grapes I talked about the other day in Thailand. Yeah, they're delicious, they're cheap, but they still come from China. And sometimes the quality and the safety standards are very different around the world, so be careful. And then staying in the Philippines still, 18 students from the Cebu Technological University were rescued after an overloaded elevator malfunctioned, trapping them inside. The students who were taking an exam on the 5th floor during intramurals boarded the elevator, which had a maximum capacity of 10 people. The elevator stopped dropped on the floor and could not be opened due to a power outage. The Bureau of Fire Protection responded to the incident and all students were safely rescued without injuries. The elevator is now closed for repairs. We can't even blame this on a brownout. This is just people being not very wise. Come on, you guys are in university. There's a reason why there's limits on these things. It says 10 people. It's got to be 10 people, maybe 11 if you're kind of slim, maybe 12 really if you got some females in there. But all jokes aside, come on, man, that's for your safety. And this kind of like reminds me when I was growing up, I used to see all these signs for safety whenever I work, like, you know, wear this hat, wear these boots and all this. And I used to kind of like laugh within myself thinking, come on, well, you guys take this too seriously. But there's a reason why safety procedures, standards, and protocols are in place, right? Speaking of safety, a poorly maintained and overcrowded bus veered off the road and plunged into a deep gorge in northern India on Monday, taking the lives of 36 and injuring several other, officials said. It's sad, you know, because a lot of times this comes down to, once again, safety standards, maybe people trying to save some money by taking economical, you know, transportation methods, or just simply it takes one driver to be careless, really, and they could do this to a whole bunch of families and just completely devastating. Staying in somewhat the region now, in Pakistan, Lahore, a city of 14 million people, is now under a mask mandate as authorities work to combat respiratory issues amid these hazardous conditions, environmental stuff. Actually, I've been to Lahore, some of the best biryani I've ever had in my life. Baboo, delicious food down there. If you've never been to Pakistan, I'm not gonna say go there, but if you ever somehow are in Pakistan, you have to tell me how you like the food. Have you ever had Pakistani food? I know it's very similar to Indian food in the whole region there, but there's something special about the Pakistani biryani. All right, now it's time to head on over to Thailand, and here's the next story about the famous hippo. In Thailand, a baby pygmy hippo named Mudang has now gone viral for predicting the outcome of the US presidential election. At Khao Kiao Open Zoo, she was represented with 2 fruitcakes labeled with the names of candidates Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Mudang chose Trump's cake, leading some to call her a prophet of the election. The event caption on video spread quickly online, stirring interest among viewers in the US. Even though the hippo obviously can't vote, the playful prediction added a lighthearted twist to the election coverage, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are keeping a close eye on. I believe it's today or tomorrow or sometime very soon, the US election. Man, I don't want to get political, but maybe you guys will tell me, who do you think is going to win this election? I really don't know. I don't have any idea. I have no knowledge about it. But I'm going to just say Trump, just because I see mainstream media really pushing for Kamala Harris. But I just feel like I wouldn't really be surprised, because I remember the first time Trump won, I was like, no way this guy's gonna win. And very surprisingly, a lot of people do like what he has to say. And then a Russian driver is accused of fleeing the scene after causing an accident in Phuket. The incident involved a collision with a motorbike, resulting in injuries. Witnesses reported that the driver leaving without offering any help, raising concerns about road safety and responsibility. Authorities are investigating the matter. In a very strange story, a Thai woman suffers 18 years of pain after a needle was left inside of her. A Thai woman has endured nearly 2 decades of pain after a nurse accidentally left a needle in her, let's just say lady part, during a procedure. After years of suffering and seeking treatment, she finally underwent surgery to remove the needle. This distressing case raises serious concerns about medical negligence and the need for better patient care at hospitals. Bruh. I'm sorry, what? A needle left inside you down there for 20 years almost? Yeah, I don't know what I would do if, please, I don't even want to think about it. Staying in Thailand, officials raided a factory in Pachonburi, seizing 41.5 tons of toxic chemicals and arresting a Chinese engineer, Zhang Guotang, who was working alone. This raid followed earlier closure of 3 recycling factories for illegal operations, which residents reported continued functioning. The hazardous substance, including heavy metals and compounds, were prepared for extraction and shipment to China. Previous raids in August and October targeted illegal operations affecting health and environment. What is y'all doing down there? Chinese nationals, I don't want to point you guys out, but yeah, you know, you're not making your country look very good. China has a very, I guess, I gotta start making these videos earlier, man. The sun's going down in the middle of this thing. But yeah, so you got the Philippines mining. You got in Thailand chemical extractions of metals and such without any proper licensing. All right, let's hurry up before the sun sets. Actually, it's beautiful out there, but the sun is setting behind me. If you guys watched this video from the beginning till now, you must have seen like that in the background. And now it's time for a segment called Yesterday Today, where I read the most popular comments regarding yesterday's video. David says, the detention facility is a hellhole. You don't want to go there. Definitely, if you've never seen videos about like prisons in Asia, Thailand, Philippines, all over the place, you don't want to be there. And Axis Corp says TGIF Philippines is independent from the TGIF US bankruptcy, just like Kenny Rogers at Philippines. I think there are no more Kenny Rogers in the US. Yeah, excellent point. I'm not really sure if that's true or whatever, but it would make perfect sense. I've seen restaurants in the Philippines that no longer exist in the West. So yeah, great point. For those of you that want to continue going to TGIF Philippines, you still have some hope. Elite PC Tech says the YouTube algorithm is like an ancient chaos deity. One never knows what may please it or make it angry. And this is in regards of me watching my words very carefully to make sure the YouTube algorithm doesn't flag these videos. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Mother Nature said it's time for the curtain call, right? It's getting dark out here. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. I know I'm asking you guys all the time, but that's because I want the channel to grow and continue to grow. I want more and more people to watch these videos. I love talking to you guys. I love the interaction in the comment section. Share your thoughts regarding any videos that we talked about or any of the stories I talked about. And I'll be sure to comment them. If you take the time to write it, I'll take the time to respond. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more headlines around Asia. Bye.